Okay, now, perfect example of a project. We have, if we look at the 6 elements of defining a project within a charter being who, what, when, where, why, and how, our friend the coyote demonstrated for us the components of a project. What? The context is we have a coyote living in the desert who is reduced to eating tin cans, which is neither nutritious or acceptable for a meal. So that's the context. That's the why, if you will, why the project is even being begun. Because the coyote can't find anything meaningful to eat in the desert other than a tin can. So his solution, or the objective, is to catch the road runner, be able to make a meal out of our friend the road runner. So the who is the coyote, the what is capturing the road runner for a meal. Why? Because he's hungry and there's nothing else to eat. When? Well, in this particular case, it's as soon as possible. And how is the project approach, if you will. A series of rather bizarre plans through the Acme company to provide rockets or roller skates or a sailboat or something else to allow the coyote to be able to catch the roadrunner. So as we look at our charters, then we want to be able to answer those 6 questions. Why are we doing this project? What is the context? What is the problem we're trying to solve, or the opportunity we're trying to achieve? We don't need pages and pages. We only need a couple of sentences. The project is building a spare bedroom. Why? Family is growing. There's a new child on the way. We're going to need a second bedroom. It may be putting on a party. Why? There's a wedding, and we've been asked to conduct a wedding, or we provide the reception for the wedding, or it could be an anniversary party of some form. But we need to have some context on the cause of the project and what is initiating the project to begin with. So that is why. The what being what we're going to do within the context of the project. We're going to build out a second bedroom. We're going to put on an affair. We're going to put on a reception. Whatever we believe the project is, at a high level, again, that the scope of what that project is. So why, what, when. We may be as soon as possible, but no one likes to see as soon as possible. What is as soon as possible? In geographic terms, soon could be a couple hundred years. Project terms, typically we talk about constraints that may require the project to be done by a certain time. A new baby coming. We need to have the spare bedroom or the new bedroom built out in time for the baby's arrival. If it's a wedding, we need to have all of the planning done for the reception prior to the wedding, the planning for the anniversary party, or whatever that event happens to be. The how is the approach that we are going to take to do this project. If we're building out a new bedroom, we might hire an architect and a general contractor to do all the work. We may hire an architect, do the general contracting work ourselves. We may do some of the work and hire other people to do other work. We might do the electrical work and the framing and the carpentry work, but hire a plumber or a roofer to put a roof over the new addition. Whatever it is, at the end of the project charter, we should have clarity on what the project is, why we're doing the project, how we're going to do the project, and as project managers, we should be stating how it is we are going to manage this project and ensure that we are being efficient in the use of funds and resources and staffing. So the who, what, when, the time frame and the timing that we need. And from a what perspective, talk about what we're going to do, but I also like to describe deliverables. what is going to be output as a result of this work, and a deliverable could be a floor plan, it could be a design statement, it could be a set of acquired materials that fit a very specific purpose, some kind of Italian tile or some kind of redwood paneling or what have you. And then the final deliverable is what is finally going to be produced. And we want to define those deliverables as very complete, concrete objects to be output within the context of the report. From a when perspective, the last thing we might want to look at is milestones. Milestones mark a specific, objectively accessible point in time that a block of work is going to get done. It marks the completion of a set of work. As project managers, as stakeholders, as clients, we can all look at a date associated with a milestone, that we create that date within planning, look at that date and know that the project is on time, ahead of schedule, or behind schedule. Okay? So that's my discussion on charter. I hope you enjoyed the Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon. I always do. And we'll talk again.